Hi friends, you're welcome to Josie's Cuisine. Today, I will be showing you how to make the best tomato paste at the comfort of your home. This tomato paste is so natural and colorful, yet no artificial color or preservatives will be added. So stay tuned, let me guide you through this process. This tomato paste can stay at your countertop for up to 12 months. Yes, you got me right. Let's dive straight into the procedure. We'll be using one basket of fresh tomatoes. So we start by transferring the tomatoes into a big basin, and then we add in enough water to cover the tomatoes. We proceed to add in a handful of salt. We let the tomatoes sit in the salt for 5 minutes, and then we proceed to wash it. You know, tomatoes are cultivated with a lot of chemical, insecticides and pesticides. So we need to wash it thoroughly and rinse several times. While washing, I took out the bad ones as well as the ones that are not very ripe. So these are the tomatoes we'll be using for our tomato paste. So we proceed to cut and deseed the tomatoes just like this. So you cut into two and then you press out the seed together with the juice. This is optional. I choose to do so because the seeds help to whiten the color of tomato paste. You could choose to boil yours with the seeds. And then we slice into smaller chunks. Slicing will help the tomatoes to quickly release their juices while boiling. If it's your first time stopping by here, you're most welcome. Please don't forget to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button below. Once we are done slicing the tomatoes, we then transfer them into a large pot. We continue deseeding and slicing till we are done slicing the whole basin of tomatoes. I placed the pot on the fire already while completing the deseeding and slicing process. So we cover and bring to a boil. This is the juice we got from deseeding the tomatoes. I have no use for this, so I discard. The tomatoes have been boiling for about 30 minutes. We open and give it a good stir so that they cook evenly. Look at the quantity of water released by the tomatoes. So at this point, we cover and continue cooking. After another 30 minutes, we open and we are good to go at this point. So using a colander with very fine holes, we drain the tomatoes. You need to be very careful at this point because it is very hot and the quantity is much. So we gently pour into the colander. And then we allow it to drain for about 30 minutes to an hour. This is the liquid gotten from the tomatoes. I equally discard. So at this point, we allow the tomatoes to cool down completely before we start blending. So once it's completely cooled down, we transfer into a blender. Since the quantity is much, we blend in batches. And after blending, we pour into a pot. We continue till we blend all our tomatoes. Look at that. So creamy and nice. Once we are done blending, we cover and bring to a boil. While it's boiling, we go ahead to prep our coloring. We are going to use beetroot to color our tomato paste. So we peel and cut into pieces. This is our natural color for tomato paste. And I tell you, it does a marvelous job to tomato paste. 100% better than adding artificial colors. So we transfer the beetroot into the same blender, add in little water and blend. After blending, we check on the tomato paste on the fire. It's been boiling for about 15 minutes now. So we give it a gentle stir and then we come in with our blended beetroot. At this point, we give it a good stir so that it mixes well. We continue mixing till everything comes together. And here we are. See what we got? That beautiful red color. So beetroot is the best natural coloring for tomato paste. So at this point, we have to continue cooking. We have to cook till most of the liquid dries off. Please give this video a thumbs up. Hit that like button below. So at this point, we cover the pot and continue cooking. We open to stir from time to time so that it doesn't stick under the pot and get burnt. So after every 10 minutes, we open and stir, cover and continue cooking. And we cook for about an hour. Look at the texture. It's becoming thicker. So we continue to cook. Please kindly subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so yet, and equally turn on the notification bell so that you will be the first person to get notified whenever I put up such beautiful videos. So we cook our tomatoes for 1 hour, and at this point our tomato paste is ready. Look at how thick it has become. Look at that. Very thick and colorful. So natural. You see how easy it is to achieve this? Look at the under of the pot. As we stir constantly, it doesn't get burnt. So at this point, we allow it to cool down very well. So at this point, let's look at how we are going to preserve this tomato paste to last for up to 12 months without freezing it. So we are going to put it in sterilized bottles, and we sterilize the bottles by boiling them for 15 minutes, and then we leave them to dry very well. When the bottles are dry, we then add in the tomato paste. We tap the bottle gently to release air. And then we level the top. We proceed to the next bottle. All in total, we had 4 bottles of our fresh natural tomato paste. And these are 1 liter bottles. So we are able to have 4 liters of tomato paste from 1 big basket of tomatoes. We then cover the bottles. You need to use bottles with a tight fitting lid. So we proceed to put a pot of water on the fire and bring to a boil. We then add in the bottled tomato paste and cover and boil for another 20 minutes. This is the second process of preserving our tomato paste. So we cover and boil for the next 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, we are good to go. The process is over. We allow the pot to cool down a bit, and then we remove and allow them to cool down to room temperature. And this is our natural, colorful tomato paste done at the comfort of our home. Look at our natural homemade tomato paste with no nonsense added into it. You understand what I'm talking about? Look at that beautiful color. So you can leave this at your countertop for up to 12 months, and I assure you it will still be very fresh and natural. But once you open the bottle and you don't use all, store the rest in the fridge for subsequent use. I want to take this time to thank you so much for watching, and I appreciate you all. I made this delicious pot of stew with the remaining tomato paste. So trust the process. Look at the color. So natural. Thank you so much for watching. Stay blessed. Bye bye.